Check. Oh, okay. Hi everyone. So thank you very much for attending the EFDN Walking Football League. As said, we only have a half hour, so I'm going to rush a bit quicker through the European legends that we provide you a bit more information about the EFDN Walking Football League, what we are planning to try to start from January 2022. My name is Martin Rykov. I'm a project manager at EFDN for all the social inclusion projects. And this colleague Boris.
So my name is Boris. I work for Schalke 04. I'm responsible for all the sport departments at Schalke, for the walking football project, football fans in training that you might know as active fans, and women's football. That's brand new. I'm the head of women's football at Schalke.
Thank you, Boris. Okay. So today we're going to start with the EFDN Walking Football League. So I'm just going to tell you the story how we came from European Legends to the EFDN Walking Football League, run a few facts what we achieved during the European Legends. Then Boris will tell a bit because from European Legends how the first Walking Football League started. From this initiative we applied for the EFDN Walking Football League, and he's going to explain you later on a bit like how he set up the EFDN Walking Football League in Gelsenkirchen. So to start with, so we had the European Legends. It was from January 2016 until December 2017. We had like 3 delivery phases where we tested the walking football methodology, but also the walking sports methodology. As some of you know, there's not only football, but you can also do walking tennis, you can do walking basketball. So within this application, which was with 13 partners from 13 different countries, we also tried to test basketball, tennis, and then hockey was as well in it. So from this initiative as well, so we had like around 770 participants who joined. Therefore was 664 males and 106 females. And in total we achieved like 1,435 walking football and walking sports sessions. And in total as well, next to it, which is also a very important part of the whole walking football methodology, is also the social aspect. So the social events which has been delivered next to the walking football sessions and the games which are delivered normally on a weekly basis. So some outcomes which we achieved from the European Legends project was that we had an improved confidence, an improved well-being, improved physical health, greater participation in sports, and more people who are improving with their social skills. I said I'm going to run a bit quicker now for this part here. So the impact on the participants, which we measured throughout those 2 years. So some of you are familiar, that was with Lami Sanola at the beginning. Afterwards, I took it over. So what we achieved during these things, and we reported back as well to the European Commission, was that we had like increased participation in sports, physical activities, and voluntary activities, which is also very important for walking football to get volunteers into the boat. Raise awareness about healthier lifestyle. They have like more confidence. They organize more events together, more social contacts. They were not that isolated. So we had a lot of participants who told us that they were always isolated at home or they didn't know what to do. And based on the walking football, they found a new hobby, which the whole week was built around the walking football training sessions and the games as well. As you can see here, like a few statements about improved physical health. So one of our friend of Club Bruges said that not only do we do more sporting activities, but we also chase some small things in our daily lifestyle, like doing by going on foot or by bike to grocery stores instead of using the car. So it gives an improve our physical health as well. Improved confidence. This one I'm not going to read, but normally so we had also like they were very shy at the beginning, and at the end they could like make social contacts. They did presentations. They held their club activities as well, where beforehand they would never imagine that they could do this kind of activities. So it helped them as well like to increase their confidence. And then also we had like the social skills where we asked them as well, like, what kind of connections are you doing with your people, with your organizations, and what kind of training and support they get with their partners together. The impact and the outcomes which we received from the project partners as well, there was like attending and network opportunities in the European Legends seminar. So they created new friendships, new partnerships with grassroots clubs, with sports organizations, with municipalities, with sports federations. And the cooperation also started already with involvement with grassroots clubs. Because Yeah, PSV is not here. Just to give you one example, let's say for PSV, so in the European Legends, so they had like a team from 12 players on the first delivery phase. So they were playing all the games and they joined the tournament, and afterwards they got like located to grassroots clubs. So and that's like a methodology which PSV Eindhoven is using as an example, so that they start with walking football in PSV, and after 12 weeks they get transferred to a grassroots clubs where they can continue to play. So everyone also has the possibility to play once for, say, Ado Den Haag, Twente or so, that they are proud to play in their jerseys as well. At the end, we had the European Legends Festival. For some people who were there, so that was in September 2017 in Papendal. We had 21 teams from 13 countries participate on 2 days event. Besides of the tournament, we also made side activities, went to the museum, we had a pub quiz, we had ceremonies, we did other activities next to round, just like the social aspect, which is very important as well for walking football, as some of you probably are very familiar with as well. Based from this European Legends Festival, I'm going to show you the video quick, what it was, and then afterwards, from this bottom initiative, so our project finished by then, and the funding stopped it as well, and afterwards, Boris took the initiative with the Walking Football League. So I'm going to show you the video, and then afterwards, Boris will explain you from how this bottom initiative from European Legends, the first Walking Football League, got started and developed by Boris.
So are going to be represented 21 teams from all around the continent. So this is going to be a real festival.
I got the opportunity after turning 50 to join my local over 50s club, and I went along for a trial. I loved it, absolutely loved it. My primary reason was to just go out and get fit and exercise, and through that I've not just benefited from on a health point of view, but also on a social level. I've made some new friends, and one important thing is, before I started playing over 50s walking football, I had just been told that I was diagnosed as being diabetic. And since then, and along with an improved diet, I've been able to reverse the type 2 diabetes, and now I'm below the threshold. So I'm pleased about that too.
6 years ago, I was diagnosed with PTSS. I didn't go out, only with my wife. I was very afraid for people. So I locked myself up in my room. I didn't go anywhere. And I saw this advertise from Walking Football. So my wife decided to, you have to go to football, to don't sit at home. I made the step, and I'm very happy I did.
From the first minute I played, I was hooked. It was absolutely brilliant. Put your boots on again, get your kit on. But the other thing is the camaraderie, meeting up with the guys 2 or 3 times a week. It's great social-wise and whatever, and it's just great. You make a whole new bunch of friends playing walking football.
Okay, so time is running. We have to fly through it. Introduction. Next one. So at the moment, situation at Schalke 04, we have around 80 participants, 2 practice sessions each week, one on Monday evening, the other one on Wednesday morning, because some of the participants are still working. The age limit is 55, so when you're a little bit younger, you can practice with us, but you are only allowed to play tournaments or friendly games when you are 55. So that's the limit. Yeah, I'm in a lucky position that 3 former players of Schalke work as coaches in the project. So it's easy for me to find participants, because once you have a video with a former player in it who's telling you to play walking football, so everyone's coming, and so that's not a big deal at our club. Yeah, we take part in local, regional, or national, international games and tournaments. We had a lot of them. We played a big tournament in London together with Tottenham. We played games with Twente Enschede, Vitesse Arnhem, Walking Football League, and I will tell you in a few seconds, but we did a lot of things. And 3 weeks ago we had a big tournament in our city organized by a grassroots club. We helped them, and this was the biggest tournament Germany had so far, and we are really proud of it that all the grassroots clubs start developing walking football now. Yeah, as Martin mentioned, we had the situation that the European Legends program ended, and we had some teams. In Germany it was Wolfsburg, Werder Bremen, Schalke, and who was the other? Bayer Leverkusen. And we had 4 teams from the Netherlands that we were working with. And then the idea came to talk to everyone and to set up a league with 4 German teams, 4 teams from the Netherlands, to meet 2 times each year to play single tournaments, and you get points for the ranking. And in the end, I have to say that Twente is the current champion. So that was the first league of walking football. You can see the participants. Yeah, that was the first year. And then we had 2 great tournaments, and some other clubs contacted us. And in the second year, we had some more clubs. Next, Martin. Yeah. You see Borussia Dortmund and Nuremberg, Club Brugge. So we had 3 different countries. What I have to mention is the German Federation gave us money to set everything up. So in Germany you have the chance, when you have a really good idea, you can go to the federation and tell them, this is my idea, and if the idea is really good, you get up to 50,000 euros. So during these 2 years we had a budget of 50,000 euros to spend, so we could pay all the hotel costs for every participant, transport, food, and everything. That was really nice, but after 2 years it's over then. So then we were thinking about the 3rd year, thinking about a sponsor or whatever, but then COVID came and we had to stop everything. And during that time we started talking to Martin and the EFDN, and we had a new idea how to set up the Walking Football League, and that is what he will tell you now.
Okay, so I think that's the most interesting part for now from the whole EFDN Walking Football League. So as Boris said already, so their funding was stopped, also the European Legends. So in February, 4th of February 2020, we met at Schalke, and we were brainstorming, so what can we do to create like a sustainable EFDN Walking Football League and to further grow it, and also having more than only 3 nations in the EFDN Walking Football League. Based on this, so we brainstormed and we came with a few ideas, and the best one was for us at the moment was to apply for an Erasmus Plus sport project. So we wrote the whole application. A few of you, 9 partners, submitted their interest as well. They joined as well the application, and we were lucky enough that the European Commission in November 2020 accepted our offer, and that we normally would be able to start in January 2021 with the EFDN Walking Football League. Unfortunately, COVID came, so we all decided it is better to postpone it 1 year, because also a lot of the participants we had are risk people, and the health, as always, priority is the top priority. So we decided that we're going to start in January 2020. So that's also mean about the methodology. I don't have that much information yet, because we had yesterday with our first seminar to start with the Walking Football League, and later on in March, in February, we're going to further discuss the methodology and further continue to develop everything for the European, for EFDN Walking Football League. So the aim of the EFDN Walking Football League is that we integrate as well grassroots clubs and grassroots and sport organizations to create like a sustainable walking football league where participants can play on a regular or on a weekly basis against each other, because very often it was just tournament 3-4 times a year, but it would also be good, and the potential is there to play on a weekly basis if you connect also with grassroots clubs together for the walking football methodology. It is also for us important that we get everyone is welcome to join from the EFDN, never mind from which club or which nations you are. So more we have, more interesting it will be as well for the EFDN Walking Football League. We too believe that there's quite a big potential in this EFDN Walking Football League, and I'm also looking to get like further sponsoring to further grow it, and also perhaps support you in the future if you would like to join the EFDN Walking Football League. So how does this look like actually? How are we going to start with the EFDN Walking Football League? So all the 9 clubs, there's like Schalke, Leverkusen, Greenock Morton, Benfica, Vålerenga, who I'm missing, Newcastle is in it, Ferencváros is in it, and Benfica. So these are like the 9, and Bayer Leverkusen. We're always the last Bayer Leverkusen. And so, yeah, those 9 together, we started now to create the EFDN Walking Football League. And so the first part of the whole methodology is first that they find 4 teams just in the delivery phase between February 2022 and June 2022 to start play regular games against each other. Why perhaps 4 teams only? Well, as you heard, like FC Schalke is very advanced in the Walking Football League, but one partner I forgot, and which is important for here, we have Real Betis Sevilla, for example. They start from the scratch. So they can't have immediately, they can't have like 8 teams or 10 teams already. So everyone starts with 4. If like Boris has more clubs already, better it is for our project. So at the beginning, they start with 4 teams to play against each other. The next delivery phase 8, 12 and 16. So on this way, they have time as well to grow and to develop their own walking football league within their region, within the district where they want to start playing football. As said, this is the bottom initiative so far. It will further grow, and it probably will also be changed by the time. But this is how we created the application, how it got submitted by the European Commission. So these are guidelines. It is not that we're going to stick to this, but this is just like an initiative to understand, okay, how we would like to grow, and that every club gets more and more teams involved in the EFDN Walking Football League on a local and a regional base. Let's say for international, it will be different. This is also something which I'm going to show you now. So besides that, every partner needs to create those teams and also create like a local walking football league. There also is going to be like 4 international tournaments every year. So the first one's going to be in May 22 in Leverkusen. The second is going to be in Breda here in October 22 as well. Then we go to Newcastle, and then the last one is in Gelsenkirchen at Schalke 04. As you can see, there are like 9 partners, of course. They have to be in this project, in this tournament, because they're part of this application. But there's also a spot for 15 other teams to join. Minimum, if we grow and we have the capacity and the facility to have invite more teams, well, you're happy, and we can also try to make 30, but just say we start with 24 and let's see how it grows, because we know already there's quite some interest who would like to join the tournament. So say, okay, we start with 24 and from there we see. So that's why I just keep it on these teams, but it always can grow as well in the future. Besides this, so what we're going to do for the EFDN Walking Football League is as well that we're going to create like training manuals. Those training manuals will definitely be produced in the languages which are part of this application. So it's going to be in Spanish, in German, in Norwegian, in Hungarian, and in English, and in Dutch. As well as this EFDN, so it's for us easy as well to provide a training manual and there's also this training manual will always constantly be updated with new exercise, what's beneficial for the partners as well. So it's just like an ongoing document which we keep updating the whole time. Besides of this, and I think what is a very important part of this whole walking football project is also the sports chart. Perhaps some of you know, so there are like different rules. The English teams play different as the Netherlands, the Germany and Belgium. So, for example, in England they play with a goalkeeper. Here we don't play with a goalkeeper. And there's also like small difference between different rules, which I'm not going into detail. Otherwise we run out of time. But we're also busy, let's say, with sports like the KNVB, the DFB, try to get in both as well, that we get. This is our hope as well. We're starting with this, that we create like unique rules which are similar, exactly the same in every country. it is a very big challenge, you know, to get like everyone in the boat and that we get past the FIFA, the UEFA to accept those rules. But I think for the benefit of walking football will be good if we have unique rules which counts in Europe where everywhere are the same. So there we just started as well with. Besides of this, we will also do like create a practitioner's guide on how you can create your own EFDN or your walking football league in your club, in your foundation, in your region as well. We're also going to create like training for referees. So as some of you know, normally you have one referee in the walking football, but we would like to develop, further continue having two referees during the game. So one who is just like for the game itself, and the line referee is the one who is watching, you know, how high the ball is and if they're walking or running, because there is a very thin line what is walking, running, and how high the ball is. So with two referees, it is easier to make the game smoother and nicer and based a better experience for everyone. So also every club starts now with one referee, but say, because it takes time to collect referees who are willing to join this initiative, but it's the goal at the end that all walking football games will be done with two referees in total. There are going to be handbook also videos how to train those referees with two referees for a walking football game. Then we have also like online training exercises which we're going to film as well, and we're going to put online on the EFDN walking football website as well. And you have the walking football website, which I would like to show you. Unfortunately, it's not online yet, only on the 1st of January. So I have to give you an example. So this is like the Community Champions League. Have a look once at it. So this is like an overall for the international tournaments, but every partner who wants to join as well will like get a homepage on the website where you can create your own league, your own information, the stands, whatever you want. So you have like international that's provided by EFDN, but you would have your own homepage accessible just by you. We will not be able to touch anything about it. So where you can keep updates so that we have everything on one website as well. For Community Champions League, it works pretty well. So we will also take like this example as well for the EFDN Walking Football League. What are the benefits if you would like to join the EFDN Walking Football League? It's like, yeah, you get a collaboration with a wide range of stakeholders, other federations, sports clubs, organizations. You can extend your network with other participants, with clubs. You will get access to all deliverables as well as once they are produced and updated on by time. You participate in local, regional, and international tournaments as well. Part of the EFDN Walking Football League community, and I said the last point as well, you will get your homepage on the website. If you are interested, you would like to get more information about the EFDN Walking Football League, please contact me until the 31st of December 2021, because then we can see how many interests we have, and when we meet in February for our next seminar, we have a better vision. Okay, how can we set up the whole EFDN Walking Football League? How we will create the methodology as well with you all together? Let's say the 9 teams, they are anyway in the boat, which have also like a major part to decide about it as well, because they are part of the project. But we would like to get as much people in the boat for this as possible. But it's all up to you if you would like to join or not. Also afterwards, if you have any questions about the Walking Football League, I'm rocking around here throughout the day, so feel free to ask me any question. I'm more than happy to provide you with more information, yeah, because otherwise I'm running out of time. So then I give the word further. So Boris will explain you now how he set up the okay, do you have any questions? Before, if there's no time, so he will explain you like how he set up the local Walking Football League at Gelsenkirchen. But I see since we have only 7 minutes left, we first want to ask, do you have any questions so far what we presented or explained? Then Boris, you have time to present.
Okay, perfect. So, as Martin has mentioned, every of these 9 clubs has to set up a local walking football league. That was one idea that came to my mind after we started the project in Gelsenkirchen, because there were so many grassroots clubs who were interested in starting walking football. So we had to find a way to get them started with the project. So what we did is, normally you get an email or a phone call, so we would like to start, maybe you can help. So I always ask former players of Schalke to go to the practice together with me to show them how to play walking football. And that is something that normally works, because we tell them to invite newspaper and everything. It's good for the club, it's good for them, and they have a lot of participants there. So, local walking football league. Every team has to set up a walking football league, every of these 9 teams. We already have 16 walking football teams in my area, so everything is really close. You see 3 cities there, Gelsenkirchen, Bochum, Essen. They're all close by, and we have 16 teams already, grassroots clubs. We have already talked to them, and we have spoken about setting up a local walking football league. They all like the idea to play against each other, but why do we do this? Normally they play against each other with their senior teams, and there are a lot of tensions and a lot of rivalries, and we said, if we set up a walking football league and they meet on a friendly basis, that might be better to help strengthen the relationship between those clubs in our city. And that was one of the ideas we had. So every 2 weeks there will be a match day at one club. 4 teams will show up. So the host plus 3, and they will play against each other. So you will have 3 games at every match day. But the good thing is there's a special rule at every match day. The host has to organize barbecue and beer right after it. So it's just a fun thing, and it's something that they organize by themselves. So we organize the league, but the match days are organized by the grassroots clubs. We will go there and watch everything, but they should have fun on these match days. So no professional club will take part in this league. It's just a grassroots thing, which is led by Schalke then, in this case. And all the others will do it quite the same. 16 teams, 2 groups by 8 teams. As I said, 4 teams meet on a match day, and in the end we have placement games, we have a final, we have a winner, but it's not that serious as it sounds. So everything was a barbecue, having fun, sitting together and just talking to each other. Next one. Recruitment of the players. How can I find players for my walking football project? Use the players of the first team. That's the first thing you can do, and always the best if it's possible. If you have a stadium newspaper, that's always a good thing. Announcement during halftime, that's what we did. And the regular newspaper and social media, of course, is something we have used too. Big challenge in walking football is refereeing. That's not always easy, and sometimes a problem. You need to get referees who are really familiar with the rules, and they should have played before. Because, like Martin said, there's a thin line between walking and running, and that sometimes causes tensions between the teams. So you need to have good referees that are able to communicate with the players. Sometimes you are wrong as a referee, but it's the way how you communicate it, and that's always okay. But sometimes, do we have older guys? Sometimes older guys behave like kids when they have the jersey on and they play for their club. So you need to communicate a lot, and that's the key to solve those problems. But referees are really a big topic. Teams, in Germany we have a structure like every district has its own federation, then there's the regional federation and then the national federation. But we have to talk about grassroots clubs with our federation, our local federation, and they will invite the teams to play in those tournaments. But we have to work together with them, otherwise it's not possible. So we're in a good situation to start with 16 teams. As Martin has said, teams like Betis Sevilla, they start at the beginning. They have to find some people, they have to talk to other teams, they have to set it up in their city. They have a lot of work to do, but it's different with every club who's participating in the Walking Football League now. And the good thing is, if you are interested in starting it, you can contact Martin or any other club that's in that network. We will help you with everything we have. So Nikita is here, Shakhtar Donetsk. We already had a video conference about starting in the Walking Football League. So whoever needs help, feel free to contact us. Yeah. Next one. Since 2 years we have started to work together with the German Football Federation, but it's really complicated. I think we might need 5 years to set everything up because you have to talk to so many different people. But I'm really optimistic that in the end we will find a good solution. The plan is to have a good walking football structure for the whole of Germany. At the moment it's the middle of Germany and the western part, which is really strong in walking football. But we would like to have a whole structure for the whole of Germany and a good structure. Yeah, but there's still a lot of work to do. But we're working together with the clubs we have, like Frankfurt, Bayern, Bayer Leverkusen, Borussia Dortmund, and all the others. We often meet in network meetings and talk about a lot of things. And when we make decisions as German clubs, we always do it together, even if there's a rivalry. So, but we do all the things together and we talk about everything. And that's a good thing with walking football in Germany. Yeah, some parts of Germany are already working in walking football task forces. So Bavaria is still weak. There's not much going on, but the east of Germany, western part, middle, there are some teams, and the clubs in Germany that we already have try to be lighthouses for all the others. So it must be clear for everyone, whenever there's a question, just contact one of the professional clubs and they will come and help you. And it doesn't matter how small or how big your club is. We will always help with everything that we have. Okay. Partnerships, yeah, we're trying to establish partnerships, for example, with a health insurance company. In the end, that's one idea set up by Werder Bremen. You can get a receipt for walking football. That's in the end the idea. But we're talking at the moment and we try to set it up, but that would be a good thing in the end so that you can do your sports 12 weeks walking football and you get a receipt on maybe. A health center, and in the end you might need a sponsor to pay travel or whatever, and we have a big sponsor with Gazprom, and we're talking to them at the moment, and hopefully we get some money for our project. Walking football is a part of our foundation, Schalke Hilft, or Schalke Helps, and it's a project since 2017. Yeah, 2017 we set it up. Yeah, and we're looking to a bright future, hopefully. Do you have questions now? 3 minutes. Okay, yeah, we're always ready. Yeah.
Yes, I have a question.
Do I have to give the microphone to him?
Yes, please.
Yeah, okay.
I have the question, why you decided to have the age of 55?
When we started with walking football, there was Werder Bremen and Wolfsburg in Germany. So we had to find someone with experience, and we went to Arnhem and talked to them, and they had age limit 55. So then we started talking to English clubs, because the Scottish and the English clubs, they started with walking football 12, 13 years ago. And they all had that limit of 55. And we said, okay, if we want to play international games, we should set the same limit. And that's the reason why. There's no other reason for it.
But just to tell you something from the seminar, what we had yesterday, so we have also like a few partners in our project who would like to have like female teams as well. And there we had a decision as well that we would also like, we're gonna ask the European Commission if we can like also decrease the age to 40 or 45 also for women. So that's something what we're going to discuss as well, because there are like more and more women who would like to join, but we got the information that we should lower the age for them. So that's something which I'm going to write now an email to the European Commission, and we'll also will ask if we can lower the age as well. I'm pretty confident it will happen. So. Any other questions?
We need 3 questions until we can leave. So.
Yeah, no, we have 1 minute and then, yeah, I will come.
Yes, thank you. Are the participants members from the grassroots clubs, or do they pay any contribution?
They are a member in a grassroots club, most of them, but they have to be a member of our club, because Schalke is a member-owned club, and it's really important for us to get new members involved. But the first reason is an insurance reason. So if something happens during practice, they have an insurance. That's the reason why. But it's different in any club. You have some clubs in England, you have to pay a fee to participate in the practice. So it's totally different, but in Germany, normally all the participants are members of the club, yeah. So, third question.
Yeah. Regarding referees, you said that you prefer to have referees who already played. What did they play? Regular football or walking football? And do you find them easily, having played? Yeah. So that's so for you. It's there is no discussion. You have to be a referee of this. Before, when I compare with in the regular football, there are some referees or a lot of referees who never played football, and this makes me curious why you decided that. Yeah.
It's totally different in walking football. You need to have a sense what is walking and what is running, and you can only have the sense when you played walking football before. There are some moves that you make that are totally different from normal football, and you need to know what is going on in the head of the player before you act as a referee, and that's the reason why. And one thing you have to keep in mind in Germany, it is you have to stop being a referee, I think, when you're 60 on a higher level, and there's nothing you can do. But when you're 60 and older, and you can still be a referee, but now it's walking football, you'll be a part of a movement, and you're still in the system. And that's important for a lot of people. It's the same with walking football players. What we're doing now is we're bringing people back into the clubs who have already finished playing. That's what we do. So nearly all of my players have stopped their career, and they're now coming back to the club. And if they go back to grassroots clubs, they pay their fee in the grassroots clubs. The grassroots clubs have more money and other things. So it's a good system for everyone.
The last short question. Have you ever tried the co-ed teams, mixed teams, male, female in the one team?
Yeah. Last question, Hubert. Yeah, no problem. You can mix male, female, but there's another thing that we did. You can even mix disabled people. Yeah, you just take disabled people. You can cover everything except from people sitting in a wheelchair. That's a little bit difficult, but it's no problem. You can get everyone included into walking football. So we will have a breakout session at 1:45, I think. Yeah, we almost have to go already. Okay, we have to go. We have a breakout session walking football. If there are any further questions or what else, just ask us. We will be there together with my colleague from Eintracht Frankfurt, Kaya. So whenever there are questions, feel free to ask us. Yeah, I have to stop now until Hubert comes again. Thank you.
Thank you very much.